YouTube family, it's Sarah, Less of Sarah. It is Saturday and I promised that I would come in and do an update on the 5-day pouch test, which I did this past week from Monday to Friday. So I'll start with the numbers because if you saw my 35-week update, you'll know I had a big loss this week, a loss of 7.5 pounds. Only 4 days of this week were actually taken up with the 5-day pouch test though. So while the pouch test was a big part of that loss, it wasn't the whole loss. So on Monday morning when I weighed in at 269.3 pounds, and this morning I weighed in at 264.9. So that was a loss of 4.4 pounds over the 5 days of the 5-day pouch test. So I wanted to just sort of put that out there, that I didn't actually have a 7.5 pound loss from the pouch test itself. My loss during the 5-day pouch test time was 4.4 pounds, so almost 4.5 pounds over that time. Again, I didn't do the 5-day pouch test to lose weight or to speed up my weight loss or anything like that. It was more just because I was curious about it, because I knew other people were doing it. A little bit as a reset. I had wanted to do a couple liquid days anyways, so I will admit that what I had originally planned on doing, which I know a few other people have done, so Mama Rose did it, and Nikki, Fat and Fabulous, did it, make a little update every day and then stitch those together into one video. I did make a little mini update every day, and I was going to put them all together into one video, and then I started watching them, and I almost fell asleep because they were boring as heck. So I'm just going to kind of condense the 5 days into this video and just talk about how I was feeling and what I ate each day, because I think that's going to be a lot more interesting than those really boring clips were. So we'll see. So I talked about my reasoning behind doing the 5-day pouch test. If you don't know what the 5-day pouch test is, you can go ahead and type that in Google and you'll come up with tons of information about it. I've said this before, I'm not going to put the link below because I don't want anyone to be accusing me of, suggesting, publicizing the 5-day pouch test. It is something that I know has been controversial in the weight loss surgery community, so I'm going to stay away from getting involved in that and just say that from a personal point of view, which is something that I wanted to try. I didn't feel there was anything unsafe about it, and so I went ahead and did it. So how did it go? The first day of the 5-day pouch test, actually the first 2 days, are liquid days. And sorry, I'm just going to go back to MyFitnessPal so I can tell you guys what I was eating and what my numbers were for those days. The liquid days are basically protein shakes, pudding, broth or soup, sugar-free popsicles, sugar-free jello, that sort of thing. I know some people find those liquid days very difficult. I did not find them very difficult at all. I mostly did protein shakes. I'm not a big soup person, so yeah, I pretty much did protein shakes. So if I go back and look at my Monday, I pretty much had a protein shake, a protein shake, a protein shake, a couple of no sugar added popsicles or freezies, and some jello. That was day 1. Day 2 I actually did something similar, but I had to add in a couple of yogurts. I was on the road. I was in Buffalo, and I have a thing with protein shakes. They have to be super cold. I can't deal with room temperature or even just like slightly cool protein shakes. So I couldn't really bring protein shake with me on the road. Wasn't sure there was anywhere I was going to be able to find soup that would be suitable, so I just brought a couple of containers of yogurt and figured that was very similar to a protein shake. So it was protein shakes and yogurt that day. And I think I did have like an iced coffee as well. It was very important to me doing the pouch test, and part of the idea of the pouch test is that you eat as much as you need to, and you don't concern yourself with calories. I wasn't really concerned about keeping my calories under, but I did want to make sure I kept my calories at or around what I normally eat, which is around 800 calories. I didn't want weight loss to come from me lowering my calories. I wanted to see what the pouch test would do based on eating the pouch test items and getting to the same calories I normally do. It was actually challenging for me though to get to 800 on a daily basis, but I did pretty much get there those first 2 days. From a physical point of view, I didn't really have any physical effects. I did feel a little sluggish the first day. I woke up with a headache on the second day, and I had a low-grade headache for some of the morning, But generally speaking, I felt okay. I did feel that my energy wasn't as high as it normally would be, especially trying to work out, while doing liquids. But I did end up sort of starting to feel ill on Thursday. So that may have had something to do with it. It may not have been the pouch test at all, because I think I was coming down with some low-grade thing. I don't know what. So the first 2 liquid days for me, again, they were not that difficult. They were totally fine. I have certainly in the past considered doing a liquid day or 2 every once in a while. And I do think that when I feel the urge, I'll probably continue to do that every now and then. Maybe once a month, maybe 1 day a week. I don't know. I just sometimes get sick. I know this sounds weird, especially at 8 months out, but I sometimes just get sick of eating, and sometimes it's just easier to do liquids for a day or 2. And it does definitely help with carb cravings and that sort of thing. So the liquid days for me, I thought were very successful. The next day is soft protein day. And so that's like eggs, tuna, soft fish, that sort of thing. I had eggs in the morning. I had tuna for lunch. I had the Gorton's like fillets. I think it might have been just pollock or tilapia for dinner. And then I also had a hard-boiled egg as a snack. And I did have to have a protein shake in the evening because I was really well under on my calories. So I did that just to make it up. I did definitely feel restriction. I could not eat as much as I normally would be able to. And so it did make it difficult to get my 800 calories in for that day. But again, from a health point of view, I felt fine. I was having some back problems on Wednesday, so that was making me a little cranky, but I didn't feel badly because of what I was eating or anything like that. Thursday was, I guess, firm protein is what they call it, so ground meats, seafood, that sort of thing. I did meatloaf for breakfast. I had crab for lunch. I had chili for dinner. I had some more crab as a snack. I had a couple of off things that day as snacks. I wasn't totally on plan. I had some almonds. I had a couple of sugar-free caramels. And then I did also have sort of like half a scoop for a protein shake that I put in my coffee because I needed some extra calories and protein that day. So yeah, I was mostly on plan that day. And then Friday, again, I did have a protein shake just so I could make sure I got in on my calories. It was solid protein day, so like chicken, beef, lamb, whatever, any kind of meat. I had steak strips for lunch. I actually ended up I had chicken for dinner. We went out for Indian, so I had butter chicken. I had yogurt and vegetables as snacks. I needed that. So I know that wasn't 100% to plan, but whatever, it is what it is. So that is how it went for me. As far as my numbers went on a daily basis, the liquid days were a little crazy because I was getting in I got in 147 grams of protein on the first day with 24 carbs and 16 grams of fat. So that was a crazy day as far as that goes. Tuesday was similar, 122 grams of protein, 58 carbs, 14 grams of fat, so slightly higher on the carbs because of the yogurt. Wednesday I was at 103 grams of protein, 25 carbs, 39 grams of fat. Lots of fat that day just because of the types of things that I was eating. Thursday was pretty bad in the protein department, unfortunately. It was 68 grams of protein, 60 carbs, 41 fat, so that was not the best day. And yesterday it was at 103 protein, 60 carbs, and 26 grams of fat. So the last 2 days were, on average, very similar to what I normally do. So for me, it wasn't any kind of hardship. They were very close to how I normally eat. So I did find the 5-day pouch test useful. But mostly for me, the part of it that I found useful was those liquid days. The rest of it was not that different from how I normally eat. I'm generally pretty strict. I would say I have been adding in some more carbs and stuff like that now, but I can just, make the decision to not do that. So I'm not sure that I would do the entirety of the 5-day pouch test again. But the idea of doing a liquid day or 2 every now and then just to kind of reset things, I definitely would consider doing that. I didn't feel like it you know, was a big hardship for me. And, you know, definitely, obviously, it did cause some weight loss to happen. Hopefully that weight loss sticks. So yeah, I'm not sure I would do the whole 5-day pouch test again, but I might try it again at some point. But I definitely will probably consider adding in some liquid days. Like I said, one a week. I was talking about this before, but I know Amy SD Mom used to do like 1 yogurt day a week. I might do something like that, or again, you know, 2 or 3 days consecutively once a month, just to kind of reset things, feel that restriction again, all of that, just as a reminder. Because, again, and I know other people have said this, and it sounds crazy, but you do feel more restriction than normal. I would say my restriction hasn't suddenly gone back to normal. I still am feeling slightly more restriction, but not as much as some people have reported. Now, the 5-day pouch test was developed by someone who I believe had RNY surgery, and the people that I've watched who have done it have had RNY. It is called the 5-day pouch test. Well, I don't actually have a pouch, I have a sleeve. And so I think that part of the reason I didn't feel maybe as much restriction as they reported feeling, or that it hasn't lasted as long, is because I don't actually have a pouch. And I mean, it does work differently. So I thought that it was a useful thing to do. I thought it was an interesting experiment, but I don't know that my long-term results will be the same as those people who actually have RNY, and where the pouch test might kind of do something slightly different for them. But yeah, overall, I mean, I didn't feel bad doing it. I didn't have any, you know, ill effects from doing it. And I did find, especially the liquid days, I think it really sort of took me back. Just the idea of only having liquids, it took me back to that, like, pre-op diet. It took me back to right after surgery. It's just sort of puts you in that mindset where you're always thinking about the fact that you're a bariatric patient, and you know, going back to basics and what you should be doing. And just from a mental point of view, I think that was really, really helpful. So, yeah, if you guys have done the 5-day pouch test, I'd love to hear what you have to say, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. But that's my 5-day pouch test review, and if I do choose to do it again, I will definitely make another video and let you guys know how round 2 goes. So I will be uploading another video either tonight or tomorrow with a body shop video, also with some pictures, comparison pictures from before surgery and now 35 weeks out. So look out for that. And other than that, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Hope you have a great day. Bye.